So yeah. Oh, I better turn that off. I'm almost struggling to peel onions. It bode well for someone in this industry. I'm a bloody IT consultant. Right, that probably looked like shit. Say hello, mate. I'm gonna make corned beef hash. So I figured I might as well stick on the trend of winter warmers. And I like a corned beef hash. It's great dinner, great lunch, it's great breakfast. It really is something that you can cook for any meal, eat at any time. It's a great hangover cure. It's a great winter warmer. It really fills you up. It's pretty cheap. It's not all amazingly healthy, but it's not super fatty either. It's not like deep fried. I was about to say deep fried battered sausage. Battered sausage is deep fried. Deep fried calzones or whatever. But yeah, it's not pasta. Starchy potatoes, and corned beef is kind of fatty and quite a bit of salt as well. But it's January. Well, it's actually the very end of December, but by the time this comes out, it will be January. It's cold, it's bleak. You need something nice and hearty and comforting and starchy and something to pad you out. Right, so first things first, we need to get these potatoes on the boil. So just boil the kettle and chuck that water in there. Leave some space for your tatties, obviously. Get the heat on there. That on? That's on. And whack some salt in there. Right. So, gonna peel these spuds. Voila. Right, so just to quickly, these are King Edwards. New potatoes work quite well in this as well. It's just obviously you've got more potatoes to peel. Or, to be fair, you probably get away without peeling them. You can probably just chop them in half or quarters. Right, so what I'm going to do to these is I'm going to dice them into 1 centimetre cubes. Hasn't got to be perfect. This is pretty much the epitome of home style cooking. So close enough is good enough. But you want them all to be roughly the same size, just so that they all cook in roughly the same sort of speed. Right, but we are going to quickly parboil that in this pot here. Right, we're going to let that come up to a boil again. Once that's boiling, it's not going to take very long at all. But we're going to quickly sort out our cabbage. I like to put something healthy. Not really, I'm not even putting it in there because it's healthy. I'm putting it in there just because it's textural and colour. Bit of difference in texture and colour. But I want a couple of... This is a sweetheart cabbage. Savoy would work just as well. Any cabbage, well, you haven't even got to put cabbage in. You can just do the potato and the potato, onion and corned beef is pretty much all you need for a corned beef hash. But I like to put something a bit different in here. Give them a rinse. Right, and we're going to slice all these down to little strips. Right, yeah, we're just going to chop the cabbage into strips. Might actually be a bit too much cabbage, but we can come back to that. And 1 decent sized onion. Right, so again, rough dice. Hasn't got to be super precise. We're not in a French kitchen. We are cooking a relatively rustic English dish. Right, and the other one. Right, got onions, cabbage, last but not least, corned beef, tin of corned beef. Now, I'd be surprised, I don't want to sound old or I don't want to sound like a boomer, but I'd be surprised there's probably a lot of people that have never opened a tin like this and probably wouldn't know how to. But yeah. Don't like corned beef, why are you making corned beef hash? But you can mix this out with a bit of steak. You could slice up a bit of steak and make a steak hash. You can make it vegetarian and leave out any meat. You could do it with any meat would work actually. Just chop it up, leftovers, run it through. It's what a hash is, I suppose. A hash is anything just chucked together with some potatoes and onions. Right, get that out of there. 1 block of corned beef. Gently, because this is going to be soft. To be fair, what you can do, which I should have done and I forgot, put it in the fridge. It firms it up, makes it easier to chop. But yeah, you want to dice it up into kind of, again, 1 centimetre sort of cubes. But it's probably just going to crumble up and turn to mush anyway. So, doesn't matter too much. Right, so that's almost done. I can get a colander out ready. Right. This is a great excuse to get out your cast iron. So everything, this, with the exception of boiling the potatoes, this is all in one pot. If you haven't got a cast iron, your best friend here is going to be your biggest, heaviest frying pan of any description. So cast iron pan, medium heat, got it up to a decent heat, it's been preheating. I'm going to whack in a fair amount of oil. And first of all, we're going to go in there with our onions. Like I said, there's a fair bit of salt in the corned beef already, but that onion's going to need a little bit just to help it along. Right, picking up a bit of colour, I'm just going to quickly drain the tatties. Potato. Right, just going to let that steam dry a little bit, just because we don't want to add a load of water in here, because A, it will make a mess, and B, we want that to crisp up and fry. We don't want it to boil anymore. It's already boiled. Bit of thyme from my window ledge. Don't want the soil. Don't get rid of that. Roll that, bunch that up. I love thyme. I think it just goes so well with pretty much any hearty, meaty sort of dish. If you've got fresh thyme like this and the stems aren't too woody, you haven't got to worry about it. If you've got fresh but out of a packet like this, the stems will be quite woody, so you will want to take the leaves off. We're also going to add a small sprig of rosemary, but we are going to take the leaves off the stem, and we're going to give that a little chop up as well. Those onions have picked up a bit of colour, these have dried off a bit. I'm just going to, yeah, they're good. Right, so in go with the potatoes. Secret here is to leave that for a few minutes and just let the bottom of it start to get crispy. Right, it has been 5-10 minutes, and you can see it has started to pick up a bit of a crispness on the bottom. It's what you want. Right, so move that all to one side for a little bit. And I know I've already added a fair bit of oil. I'm going to have another little drizzle of oil to just here. Whack in a handful of cabbage. Maybe get away with a little bit more cabbage. Just going to let that fry in there for a hot minute. And we're going to give that a pinch of salt as well, because cabbage loves a bit of salt. And we haven't already put enough salt in here, obviously. We can also go in there with our thyme. Just give that a sprinkle all around. And our rosemary. Why did I say that weird? Right, now the cabbage is boiled down a fair bit. We can whack in corned beef. Decent crack of black pepper really helps this out. I'm going to give that a stir, everything amongst each other. What you kind of want to happen, can sound weird, but trust me, you kind of want to let the bottom burn a little bit almost. Like proper crisp up and caramelise. Let that bottom crisp up a bit. Now, got a few secret ingredients. Now this is something I picked up Bob Monkhouse. No, not Bob Monkhouse. Bob Mortimer. he makes this and he puts in a couple of really good dollops of Branston pickles. 3 heaped teaspoons there. I'm putting the rest of it. Which I've tried before and actually it works really well. It like adds like a sweet tanginess to it that just really balances it out. And I also like decent squidge tomato sauce. Don't ask me how much that is. I'd probably say a tablespoon maybe. But get that all in amongst each other. Get the burnt bits up off the bottom. Nice crispy flavoursome bits. Right, last but not least, that's crisping up on us again. We'll grab a handful of parsley. Take out any particularly large stems. You can forego the parsley. It's just that sort of fresh herb that you add to the end of a stew or a soup, just to kind of wake it up a bit. And chuck that in. Right, yeah, stir that in. One final turn, get the crispy stuff up off the bottom. Get yourself a suitably rustic bowl. Grab your pan. And now, you want to use a metal serving spoon so you can scrape up that crunchy stuff off the bottom. And voila, there you go. Corned beef hash. Now, it doesn't look like much. It doesn't look great. It's one of those things, you know, there's so many foods out there that don't look great, but they just taste so much better. And yeah, there's the whole thing, the first bite you take is with your eyes. It's fair enough. But that tastes amazing, trust me. And it sticks to your ribs, it warms you up, it fills you up. It's just ultimate comfort food. You can boil the potatoes a bit less. You can use roasted potatoes if you want. If you want proper crunch and you want whole chunks of potato, not for it all to just turn to mush or mash. You can leave out the cabbage, you can swap out the hash, the corned beef for spam, I don't know, whatever. But that, trust me, stick a fried egg on top of it, you got a breakfast or a brunch or a lunch. Serve it with some peas and carrots. You've got a dinner. It's versatile as you like. You can put anything in there. You can put beans in there if you want. Probably not baked beans, that get a bit soupy, but I mean like kidney beans or just beans. It's, trust me, absolutely beautiful. Make it. You've probably got all the crap in the cupboards. Chuck a like, please, and ring the notice bell as well, because apparently that's really helpful for my metrics and stuff. Follow me on Instagram, links down in the doobly-doo in the description. Post loads of stuff on Instagram. Hit me up, ask me any questions if you've got any questions, or let me know what you want to see me cook. Yeah, I'm going to go demolish this, because I'm hungry, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I started filming stuff this morning. I haven't really properly yet. So I'm going to go destroy this, and I will catch up with you people soon. Right, I'm going to see if I can get this right. So I'm going to say, so click there to subscribe. Click here and maybe here around the sides here for other videos, and in the middle to subscribe. Bien avieux.